everybody. So I'm gonna make this video. My name is Tabitha, and my hubby is not here at this time. You may hear a lawnmower in the background, but I'm gonna film and eat with me. And this is the chicken sandwich from Wendy's, and I got a Coke Zero from Wendy's, and I did not get fries, but I did get these, and I got this for dessert. This is not a mukbang. This is not one of those. This is dinner for me. You might see my curtains pulled down because my cats like to do that. So we're going to start off eating this sandwich, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, this is the chicken sandwich from Wendy's. It's the lettuce hanging out, and I love this chicken sandwich. That's all it has on it. A piece of tomato. And it's got sauce on it. Some kind of sauce. It's kind of tangy. I was going to do a live, but my internet seemed to be a little slow. It seems to be a storm coming. I don't really like that. Anyway, it seems to have a storm coming. So, I won't do a live today, but hopefully I will soon. I don't like eating live because I'm a messy eater. The lawnmower started back. So, this morning I woke up to go get my hubby, and I walk outside, and it was a typical normal day, and I go out there and there's like about 8 or 9 smashed eggs beside of my car. I don't know who would have smashed eggs around our car. Anyway, I don't know who would have smashed eggs around our car. We don't really bother no one where we live. And I just want to let everyone know that we're very friendly people, and that I don't do many videos, no, but I'm learning. But anyway, this sandwich is really good, really juicy. I'm doing this video on my Samsung Galaxy phone. Not the best lighting, but it's light in here. But anyway, I would like to know if there are any suggestions, what kind of videos y'all like me to do, or anything special, or see if I can do. I'm gonna do vlogs. I want to do vlogs and stuff, but you know, it's hectic doing vlogs, but because you gotta take the camera with you everywhere, which I take my phone everywhere. I really didn't want to do a video like this, but it seems that's the only thing that will help, you know, with views and stuff right now. I'm gonna plan on making some stuff, and I'm gonna try not to have my nephew in my videos so much, because I don't need any drama about that. And the next time I'll have my receipt, because I know a lot of you guys like to pick on people about how much they paid for something, how many, what they really had, if they had the meal, or did they just have the sandwich like they said. But I just got the sandwich. It was a really good sandwich. It's kind of plain. I started eating this sandwich when I was going through my chemo. And if you don't know, I had stage 3 lymphoma. And that is pretty much cancer. I mean, sisters to what is it? What kids have? I can't think. I can't think, but it's a blood disorder. It's something like that, and that I know of. So if I'm wrong, please tell me. I don't know, but I did 6 rounds of chemotherapy. I didn't do the radiation. I did lose my hair, but it came back. But it came back very slow. I will probably do a video on that to show y'all guys how everything went with that. It wasn't a very good process. I didn't cry a lot. I tried to make things positive because I didn't want to be sad in front of my mom. My granny was also going through a very hard time. She had a touch of Alzheimer's, but I don't think she was all the way in yet. And she had lung cancer, I think. I'm not real sure, because they really kept us in the dark about it. I guess because they didn't want to tell us everything. But I helped take care of her. My sister, we all pitched in. We helped that. But during the time she was getting help, I was going through my cancer stages. And she looked at me when my hair was shaved, and she didn't tell me. So she had sense enough to know that would be wrong to look at somebody and tell them that they don't look right with a shaved head. The entire time my granny was going through this stuff, she was the sweetest person. She always said thank you for everything. Which most people, when they going through something, they're ill. They're very mean. But anyway, I was going through a tough time, and I was still going down to help her. And then shortly after my granny passed, her cancer was a slow-moving cancer. Mine, I had no idea I had it. You have no symptoms. You have no symptoms of any kind of bad things. Like, I think this cancer would sneak up on you and kill you eventually. But me and my husband, we got married and we started to want to have children, and that's when I went and we kept having, we did things and it didn't work. So I went down and I I went to a clinic because, didn't have no money, don't have a lot. So, I went down there and they told me that I had a cyst on my ovary. So I went and they sent me to another place to go get that checked out. Well, they checked it out, and of course the doctor wanted to remove the cyst from the ovary. So that was cool and everything. So they removed it, but they still noticed something was wrong with my stats. So they went and checked, and they came back and said I had lymphoma, or whatever, the cancer. And, it hurt because at first they thought I had cancer on my ovary, but it wasn't. It was benign, but they had to take the whole right ovary because they didn't want to cut it open because they were scared if they did, it was cancer and it would have spread through my whole body. So they did do a good choice there, but they did lessen my chances of having a child. So I went in, they found that out. They found I had the cancer. And lymphoma. That's what it was. Lymphoma, not lymphoma. But they found out that, and so we started treatment right away. The treatment was called R-CHOP, which the R-CHOP stands for the medicines they give you. I know one of them was Rituxan or whatever, Rituxan. Anyway, I don't know the whole thing, but anyway, that. And so they gave me all those, and it took 6 months, and it was every 21 days, I think it was. So every 21 days, I would go for 6 months and do this. Well, my sick mother, which didn't know she was sick at the time, she took me to my appointments. My husband took me to 3, and she took me to 3. They both were very supportive. My sister, she was too. But I was so upset with having this lymphoma. It's a very hard word to say. But anyway, I got over that, and that was like in August of 2016, I think. No, 17. Yeah. Then, shortly after that, my mom and sister, I went down to see them after all the chemo was done in August of 2016, I think. I have to look it up, but I think it's 2016. And after we looked, my mom's dad was having surgery, and I came down to see him. And when I did, they kept looking at me weird. And, so they kept saying, Tabitha, you sure you're not pregnant? I'm like, no, I'm just fat, So my mom convinced me to go home because I had to go and get the port removed for my, I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm going to bring the camera close. I think it's right there. There's the scar where the port was placed. Right there. I'm showing that for proof. But anyways, I had to get that little port out. So I went to surgery with that. That was like a laser thing. Plus, I do have sleep apnea, but I don't have a machine. It's very expensive. Um, but anyway, I did get tested, and I was proven to have sleep apnea. That is not just me diagnosing myself. That's true. But I did have this machine, but I wouldn't use it because I couldn't get used to it. And if you don't use it, then the insurance will not pay for it, and I couldn't afford to pay for it myself. So, after that, we found out, I went home, and I found out that I was pregnant. My husband and I was kind of shocked and kind of like, oh Lord, what are we going to do? We've been wanting this for so long, but we were shocked to know that we had gotten pregnant. Well, after that, I quickly called doctors, and I was trying to find me a high-risk pregnancy place because I am high risk. I have all kinds of medical issues, and I do not weigh as much as some of the people that do these mukbangs and stuff. I have this much left. I don't weigh as much as them. I weigh about 250, 259, something like that. But still, I have all kinds of medical problems. That's my thing is like the people that do, weigh on up in there, and they don't have medical problems like me. I don't understand. But anyway, or they do have it and they just not telling. But anyway, I know I shouldn't be eating this because guess what? I have sugar diabetes too. So anyway, we found out we was pregnant, and I started calling high-risk doctors, and finally found a doctor that would look at me, but it was a clinic. And so we went there. We found out, right away we were pregnant. I was very excited. And I probably went a couple months after they checked me, and the lady at the hospital had really, it was called a teaching facility, which I know they do that. But with a high-risk person, I don't think they should just go in with a high-risk person and get a teaching person because they're just learning. They don't really know. So I asked the girl, I was like, what's going on? She's like, well, I see something, but it was very early. I was very early in pregnancy. She said, I see something, and you know what? You still have your right ovary, and I had surgery to take that right ovary out about a year ago. So she didn't know what she was talking about, because I asked my OBGYN, and she said that I did not have my right ovary for sure. Yeah. Anyway, talking about this sandwich. Anyway, the way I knew this sandwich is because when you go to chemo, let me just tell you about that. I found out I had sugar diabetes, and so the only way I could eat was to take the chicken off of the bun and eat just the chicken, because if I ate everything else, my sugar would shoot up to about 600, and that wasn't good. So because I was taking steroid too, because the steroid makes your sugar go up. No interest or fees. Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with ovarian cancer after regular use of Johnson's baby powder or shower to shower? You may be entitled to compensation. But anyway, $4.69 billion verdict in July 2018. The steroid makes your sugar go up, and so I had to eat. That's why I started eating this sandwich. And that's how I knew this sandwich. But I didn't eat this part. I do now, but back then I couldn't. And I am on insulin. There you go. I am on the insulin. That is proof that I do have the insulin. I do have sugar. But anyways, you know, shortly after we found out that we were pregnant, we lost it. I was so far, you know, I wasn't that close to, in pregnancy. Because, you know, I took a pill and it came out, you know, the baby, the fetus, you know. So anyway, that's my story about how I found out I had lymphoma, how I've come to love this sandwich, and all the rest of this stuff I shouldn't. This is a Coke Zero. I can't prove it to you because I don't have the receipt. I do have it in the car, but I don't feel like walking out there getting it, let's be honest. But I probably won't eat all this right now. I'm not saying I won't. But I'm just going to eat my sandwich because earlier this morning we went to this place called The Hub. And I need to ask a question. When you do food reviews, do you need to ask the place if you can do the food review before you do it and post it online? So if you have any, you know, answers to that, will you put it in the comments below? So, but anyway, do any of you guys or women or men have any questions or anything like that? This part right here was very salty. That goes with saying I have high blood pressure too. So that's why I wouldn't be doing a mukbang. This sandwich alone is probably 500 calories. Done. Look. No fries. It's all within the bag. My napkin. Throw that away when I get the chance. But anyway, if you like my video and you want to see more of my videos like this one, or have any questions, comment, like, subscribe, and share your opinions about my video. But anyway, it was nice talking with you and drinking this medium. It's a medium. It's supposed to be a medium. I don't know. It's really big. Soda. It is a Coke Zero. But it was nice chatting with you. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful night. Because it is late in the evening. It's probably about 6:30. Because my husband, you know, I took him to work earlier. And I'm here now. But anyway, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. And God bless. And have a great day. And always remember to respect your parents and love them while they're still here. You never know when their last day will be. Bye.